Willkommen. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Sean Huggins, and this is React with Hugs. Today, we are back with Walter's World, and we're going to be checking out why Germany annoys American tourists so much. Whoa, this should be interesting. As a American tourist myself, or former American tourist in Germany myself, actually even more than a tourist because I was living and working in Germany. Either way, we'll just say an American tourist in Germany. This is basically talking directly to me. So I want to see what Walter's World can come up with here, and then, you know, maybe I can agree or disagree with any of the points that he's making for things that annoy American tourists about Germany. So let's hop straight into it. Let's waste no more time. Los geht's.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Bamberg, Germany, my favorite city to come visit in Germany, and we're back to help our German friends know what is it that annoys American tourists when they come here to Germany. And I want to start with the toilet issue, and that is having to pay to use the public toilet. Now, we appreciate the Toilettenfrauen. They keep it clean because the bathrooms here in Germany are super clean, but it's...
This never annoyed me personally, but I could see how, if you're not used to it or if you're not expecting it, it could at the very least, come as a shock.
One of those things that people don't know that they need to pay for the toilet. So it really upsets them when they go down to go, and they've really got to go, but I don't have 50 cents or a euro 50, and I got to go scrounge up and find some coins, especially when everything they're trying to do is everything tap and go now. So that's one thing that really annoys them, is the pay to pee kind of thing. Another thing, the second thing that annoys them is when they go out to eat. Here, Americans, we love to eat. We love the service side of going out to eat and the experience and all kinds of stuff, and the server's coming back and we chit chat, and it's a game in America where we kind of talk back and forth and the tips and all kinds of stuff, right?
Okay, I'm starting to think that I am more German than American, because that's the exact part that I hate about going out in public and restaurants in particular. I do not want to be making small talk. I don't want to be talking to people. I bring me my food and I'm good. That's it. Maybe that's how we roll. Maybe that makes me weird.
But when Americans come to Germany, they get a little upset because they really need to make sure they have their entire order ready the first time the waiter comes by. It's like, I've only had my menu for a minute. I can't read all these things here. What am I going to do? Could you come back in a second? And of course, the German waiters and waitresses are super professional, okay? And they say, yes, of course. We'll give you plenty of time. I can give you some recommendations, before I go, and they'll help you out, and then they'll leave. And then you figure out what you want.
Right.
And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes goes by. You're like, where are they? I mean, my American friends, we must realize when the waiters come,
I never noticed
your
that,
order
though.
ready, so you can order your drink, your
I'm a
appetizer, and
weird
your main meal, because they
exception.
don't always come around. And believe me, as much as you stare at them trying to get their eye contact and wave, they don't see you. they don't see you. I'm sorry. They'll be like, is that dude a little crazy over there? I think he's got something wrong over there. What's with those American tourists, right? So that's something to think about. And I think another thing that kind of annoys Americans when they come to Germany is the service. And it's not the professionalness, because that's one thing I got to say. Service in Germany is super professional. If you're getting clothes and you need help with a size or a color, they will be helpful with that in a professional way, okay? Not the over-the-top American way. And I think that's one thing Americans don't realize is you don't have the over-the-top service here. And so that's why they're kind of like annoyed that there isn't the over-the-top, the customer's always right kind of mentality that there is in the U.S. a lot of places.
I think I am shopping and eating at a different tax bracket than maybe he is used to, because I don't know. I don't experience any of this stuff in America. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're just in different tax brackets, unfortunately. Good for him, though. I would like that kind of service in America, but I don't know.
Okay, so I'm not saying these annoyances are wrong or right. I'm just letting you know these are things that your American friends might be like, Germany, I love it so much, but there's a few things, right? Now, another one that'll get them, especially if they're going to the Christmas markets, is the Pfand. The deposit on glasses. Let's say I'm taking my family of 4, and we're getting 2 hot wines and 2 Kinderpunches. That's 4 mugs, and it's 5 euros each.
This is something that we don't have in America. We don't have a fund or anything like it. So, when we go to a place and we buy a drink, then That's just, we keep the cup, we keep everything, that's our drink. Obviously, not at like a restaurant. You don't keep the cup at a restaurant, obviously, but you get the idea. If we're going to like a market, you just keep everything. So it doesn't even exist in America, so you don't even think about it. So if you know that, oh, you're getting that money back in the end, then it's fine. But if you don't know anything about it, you're like, holy crap, these drinks are so expensive. What the heck? But you're paying for the fund and you don't even know what it is. You don't even know that it exists. So yeah, that could probably be annoying if you are not expecting it, for sure.
So I give them a 20 euros and they're like, oh, no. That's not 20 euros. That's going to be 32 euros. Like, wait, 32 euros? Why? Oh, because there's a €4 Pfand deposit on each one of the glasses. And all of a sudden, you're like, I only brought a 20 up here. Now I got to go back to my wife. I'm sorry, Jocelyn. Could I have more money? Because they need the deposit back. And that kind of annoys them. You might see it at beer gardens.
Hey, this guy just got in front of line when there is clearly somebody else ahead of him in line. This good boy is waiting in line, and this guy just cuts right in front of him. Unbelievable. Send him right to prison.
As well. But here's the thing, my American friends, it does annoy us, right? But just take it back when you're done and you get your money back. They're really cool like that, okay?
They're
now,
cool,
another
man.
thing that annoys not just American tourists, but a lot of tourists when they come here to Germany is when you take public transportation, how the Germans like bum rush the entrance and exit of the train, the subway, the bus. It's like, could I get out of the train first before 50 people try to come in?
A lot of countries,
you can't wait for the train to stop and then get up from your seat and go to the thing because people are already coming in. You've got to be at the door, ready to go, kind of like, I got my bags, now let's go.
That's public transportation in
really
any country,
like,
though.
why are they shoving us? We're just trying to get off the train. We're giving them space on the train. What's going on?
Well, I guess if you're American and you aren't used to public transportation, because in America you kind of only have public transportation in big cities. So if you're not from a big city in America, then maybe you don't know how to do public transportation, since outside of big cities we kind of don't really have it. So I guess in that case you could definitely be shocked or annoyed because you don't know how it works. But like if you travel anywhere, you're on public buses and trains, you're like, that's pretty normal, I feel like.
So, yeah, my German friends, they do kind of find that a bit annoying. And I guess that kind of goes in with the next thing that bothers American tourists and also British tourists, and that is the non-existent line culture here in Germany. I mean, other places, people wait in line, I'll wait for my turn, then I'm next.
I think there is line culture in Germany. I think there definitely is. Maybe not every single type of shop or every single situation, but I think in general there definitely is. Am I in a different? Was I living in a different Germany?
I've been here the longest time. I'll go first. People kind of have that, even in the
U.S.
I
think I lived in a different America and a different Germany from this guy.
After. In Germany, oh no. The hotel I'm at now, they don't have check-in until 3. I have my bags and my suitcase and my mom and dad's suitcase. I got all that stuff by the door, so when it opens up, I can be first. And I'm standing right next to it. Like I'm standing like right here, and here's the door. Guy comes in, is trying to get in. It's like, oh, it's not there. And then he like stands in front of the door. I'm like, dude, I've been here for 45 minutes. There's no way you were going to get in before me. It's not happening. But in Germany, like, oh, you were waiting here? And you'll see it in line, whether you're like at a government agency or you're trying to buy something. Right. If you're not like right up on the next person, someone will like come step in. Oh, I didn't realize you were in a line there. I mean,
that does happen. Yeah, but that also happens in other countries too. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like a super German thing, to be honest. Maybe. I don't know.
Tourists, crazy, the German line culture. All right, another thing that annoys Americans when they come to Germany is this. The crack in the bed. What's going on here? Is it 2 beds just pushed together? Yes, actually it is. And if you're not careful, this bed, it's actually set up to put the 2 single beds in there. But if you're in a normal kind of hotel room and they're just 2 beds pushed together, they separate. Yes, this does annoy a few Americans because they like to have 2.5 kids per couple. And in Germany, I know the birth rate's a lot lower, so maybe that explains it. I don't know, but this is one thing that I do hear people go like, I lost my child, I lost my dad, I lost someone in the crack when
In
it
the
comes
crack.
to the bed. So just one of those little
You lost your child in the crack. That would be hilarious.
annoyances I thought it would be a good idea to mention. And another culture I want to talk about is the hello culture. Yes, the hello culture. For those who don't know, hello, it means hello. But when you say hello, that is a German's way of saying, hey, dum-dum, you're doing something wrong or not by the rules, so straighten
We also have that in America. If you're like, hello, it's the same thing.
up. And you, as someone that's not from Germany, might not know those rules. And so it kind of puts you off because it's like, wait, oh, I didn't know. Why are they doing this? And so it's that kind of little bit of Karen DNA that's in Germans to make sure people are following the rules.
Definitely a lot of
with
Karen
that
DNA. That's for
so,
sure. That does exist
do know
for
that
sure.
sometimes the American tourists don't understand that, so therefore they take it the wrong way. They don't know why you're yelling at them, okay? So do be aware of that. And I will say, this is another thing that annoys not just American tourists, but when I talk to tourists from around the world, when it comes to Germany, it's kind of the, how do I say this? Germans' passive-aggressive superiority complex. And the thing is, Germans, I mean, they're smart people. They're smart people all over the world, but Germans have a certain thing like, we are Germans, we know the best, we're going to do what's best, we're going to do our research, we're going to know what's going to be right. And sometimes how they try to help you comes off wrong, right? And that's where American tourists and other
German superiority complex. And here I thought that I just married the perfect woman, German. Turns out it was in her DNA the whole time.
tourists get upset. They're like, yes, I already know this. You don't have to tell me again. But the Germans are trying to help you by voicing and vocalizing the advice they would want to have. So they're just trying to be helpful, but it comes off as kind of a passive-aggressive kind of thing. But it's not really meant to be. That's just how they are, okay? So that's one of those really kind of, you live here long enough, you kind of understand how they work. I mean, I lived here for 2.5 years. I visited literally every year from 1996. COVID, I missed a year, and then I've been back ever since, right? Because I love coming here, yeah? So ich kann schon Deutsch, ich liebe Deutschland, es ist ein super Staat, es ist ein super Land, yeah. But yeah, there are things that annoy people. I think another thing for American tourists, which is kind of like disappointing for them, is the no shopping on Sunday thing. Yeah, Americans really...
Yeah, okay. This is definitely, I mean, it would be nice to be able to, go shopping on Sunday. I know all the counterpoints where it's like, well, just plan better and blah, blah. Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to go on Sundays, though. So that can definitely be annoying for sure.
I like to go shopping on Sunday. It's a really big deal for me. I didn't realize what it was. I mean, I lived abroad for 12 years, a lot of it here in Germany. And I was amazed. So I go home, and when people come visit me, they're like, wait, we can't go shopping on Sunday? Like, what's going on? We have to go to the train station to shop on a Sunday? I'm like, yeah, they have the day off. It's normal. Think like Chick-fil-A. They give their people the Sunday off. Go spend some time with your family. Go do something else.
What does that mean?
But don't go shopping. So that's another thing that I think that kind of annoys American tourists when they come here. And the thing is, these are just fun little annoyances that I want to kind of help share cultural experiences for tourists coming to Germany, but also for Germans to understand when you might see a frustrated tourist from the U.S. or other places and where it's coming from. So I hope this helps. What are some things that frustrated you as a tourist when you came down here? And remember, in Germany, you don't really point like this. A lot of people, because they decide it's cool. But tell me, what are some of those little annoyances you had when you came here to Germany? And what are some of the great things too?
All right. Wow. A very interesting video. I definitely didn't experience a lot of the things that he was talking about, both in American things that he was describing and also German things that he was describing. But I mean, I guess everybody experiences life differently, so I guess that makes sense. One thing that he said that definitely I noticed while living in Germany was the sort of, he described it as the little bit of German Karen DNA imprinted in, the DNA of a lot of Germans. And that is definitely noticeable compared to America. Yeah, a lot of people have no problem telling you all the stuff that you're doing wrong, even if they are wrong themselves. They will still go out of their way to try to correct you on things, even if they don't necessarily know the situation or they're incorrect themselves. They will go out of their way sometimes to try to correct you. And it doesn't happen quite as much in America, I feel like. So that was definitely noticeable. But I'm curious what you guys, the experts, have to say about it. Since you are the true Germans after all, what do you think? What are some things that Americans come over to Germany, or I guess even just Europe in general, and they experience and they're like, what This is annoying. Universal healthcare? This is annoying. This is stupid. Why would we have that here? I don't like this. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys have to say about it, so leave your mustard down in the comment section below. That's all the time that I have for today, though, so thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.